am Heather from Booktubes, and today is more TikTok ick, basically. So I'm actually a big fan of Booktok, and I don't have any sort of animosity towards that platform or those creators or any of those things. And I often see TikToks that make me want to read a book, but these are not those. These are TikToks where I saw them and I laughed to myself and was like, why would anybody want to read a book based on that? Why would that make me want to read the book? What about this is good? And so I'm here to rant to you about it. Of course, I'm not telling you the creators or the books or any of those things, so it's just gonna be me on the screen, but you know, this is what we're here for. All right, so when the Mafia Boss finds out she used to strip, him, show me, her, it'll cost you. Him puts his black Amex between her teeth. Pin is 4842. Now take it off. I'm in love already. I would be so annoyed with this man. I'd be so annoyed. He followed orders to off her mom and spends the rest of his life making amends while begging at her feet. Listen, I love a good apology. Apologize to me. Tell me that you're wrong. But after like day 5, I'm gonna be extremely, that's not even true. I do not like hearing the same thing over and over and over again. You are not gonna spend the rest of your life talking about how bad you feel about that mistake you made, even if it was killing my parent, whatever. I'm not into it. You're gonna have to forgive and forget at some point. You can't spend the rest of your life trying to make up for it in a relationship? No, I don't think so. When your ex-husband who cheated on you had a tiny penis gets engaged to the hottest model in the city. I really just don't like the body shaming of men. Obviously, the body shaming of women and femme presenting people tends to be more significant, but I just think it's weird that we're like, okay, as long as you are a man, it's fine to body shame. Patriarchy hurts men too. I just am not into it. I don't like it. Her, you don't have to sleep on the floor. I think we can share the bed and it not be an issue. Him, you're giving me way too much credit, Angel, especially with you in my shirt. I don't love the rape date vibes that this is giving. The crime of opportunity, like of course he couldn't help himself. She was in bed in his t-shirt. You get called to consult on a murder. I remember this one. You get called to consult on a murder while you're out clubbing. You don't have time to go home and change, so you arrive at the crime scene in leather and heels. The grumpy detective greets you with "about fucking time." Then he sees the heels and his gaze darkens. I hate, I'm so sorry. I don't even like consider myself to be like really nitpicky with these things because I love an alpha, right? I love a little misogyny as a treat on a Tuesday. Like, I don't know. I really don't think that I'm that extreme with it. I feel like I'm pretty forgiving, but I just really, really, really dislike when you know this person and everything about them, but the thing that makes them valuable in your eyes is that they change something about their appearance, and it just annoys me deeply. Her text, "stop asking me out. I won't sleep my way to the top." He responds, "I want you on bottom anyways." I just don't understand how I'm supposed to fall in love with this man because he's on my last nerve. We've exchanged 2 texts. I'm just like, even as a character, I just am not into it. Why would she be into it? Why would we as the reader be like, oh, nice one, this man, book boyfriend material? I don't know. I just feel like we have enough icky, misogynistic, weird comments and responses in life. I don't understand why the romance hero needs to be the one saying that. I took a date to an NFL game. When the kiss cam landed on us, he froze, so the guy on the other side of me kissed me instead. Sorry, man, you hesitated. You can't just kiss random people without consent in a public place. Like, I feel like that really makes it difficult a lot of times because you don't want to be the one throwing a fit or making a fuss or making a big deal out of it. But also, like, you shouldn't have never done that in the first place. My response, my reaction is not the problem, right? And the oh my God. When the well-endowed gingerbread man you baked comes to life wearing only the iced tattoos you decorate him with and asks if you want a taste, I cringe. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. She marries him in college so she can stay in the country. Him moving away to play for the NFL. Him coming back 3 years later and refusing to divorce her. I'm so sorry. What part of being in the NFL means that you can't see each other or live in the same place for 3 years? It doesn't make any sense. And also, you can't just, like, NFL players can't ignore their wives for 3 years and expect to stay married. This is, like, your entire premise doesn't make sense unless he's being a douchebag. When the quarterback decides that it would be funny to slash the, oh, this one. When the quarterback decides that it would be funny to slash the girl he hates tires the first week of school. One day he's on the football field and his teammate tells him his mom is out on the field looking for him, even though she never comes to any of his practices. His mom walks up to him and says, "Why was this sent to my office?" Only to find out she's holding a positive pregnancy test. The girl, who he slashed her tires, casually sitting on the bleachers, watching chaos unfold, knowing damn well they have never done it together ever, but she got him back for what he did. Good. I just don't find it funny. I just don't find it funny. I don't think it's a good prank. I don't think it's a good revenge. I don't think that don't say that you're pregnant by someone who you're not. I don't know. You crossed the line for me, personally. When he said, "I can't be with you," and broke your heart, and now you see that he's been flying around the world with women. But the first week he's gone, roses arrive. Every single day, more and more from him. Lunches are sent to your workplace too, and when you see his name in magazines next to other women, you furiously text him to stop sending anything. He doesn't answer, but just days later, your ex shows up and proposes, and in walks the man you love, a scowl on his face. "You need to leave," you tell him. "No, I don't think I do," he says, and looks just as sad as you do before he slides the ring your ex put on your finger off and demands, "Give it back to him before I put it down the garbage disposal." He then throws your ex out, saying, "Don't ever contact my future wife again." "I'm not your future wife." He walks up to you. "Don't you understand? You'll always be mine." One, why can he not, communicate via text? Whatever dumb little plan he's working on over here, these other woman drama, I really do need communication. You are not ignoring me and sending me flowers and lunches, but not talking to me. And also going around with other women, but not talking to me. No can do still, baby doll. No, I'm not taking the ex back either, but I'm not taking you back. When she wears a new outfit to work and no one seems to know this, I'm so sorry. Who expects everyone to know this when they have a new outfit? Do you know how many new shirts I've worn in videos and never has anyone commented and been like, "You got a new shirt." His POV, that's going to distract me all day. Whatever. Her step-family doesn't know she can see ghosts, but when her blood sugar levels drop and she faints in front of her stepbrother, where's the rest of this? Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe this is all I had for this one, but I remember that, it was, dramatic and I can't let them know about ghosts. I'm sorry. Who has low blood sugar and faints because they need glucose, they need to eat? And people are like, "You know what? I think it's because they can see ghosts. I bet they can see ghosts, and I bet it's the ghost that's causing this." I just don't understand how the low blood sugar and the ghost seeing thing and the stepbrother are all connected. When she comes home to her boyfriend of 6 years, her childhood friend of more than 2 decades, cheating on her in their bed. All her childhood girlfriends, the people she thought always had her back, pushing her away and staying close with her ex. sounds bad. I don't want to read it. Her being treated differently all her life because she was declared psychotic as a child. Him ignoring all of the warnings people give him and treating her like an actual human. Well, congratulations on beating the ableism standard, but being treated like an actual human is not a real high bar. Him getting angry and aggressive during their fight, she starts to have a panic attack and gets hard to breathe because of her past trauma from her father beating and screaming at her. I don't like that. I don't like it. What do you mean he's getting angry and aggressive during their fight? He needs to take several seats. Connor, when he chose his wife because she was mute, but then he finds out she can talk and becomes obsessed with her voice. This one did not beat the ableism allegations. When you finally move into the house your father left you years ago, but the cop next door thinks you're an intruder since the house has been vacant all this time. He storms into your house and scares you, so you fling a bat at his head and knock him out. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that these people are white. That's what I'm going to guess. It wasn't meet cute. When your coach called your recently dead girlfriend your Achilles heel once, only for you to scream out, Achilles heel, I am like getting secondhand embarrassment, I hope you know. When he's mad at you for leaving the ice in the middle of the game, little did he know you saw someone put his hands on his daughter. That's just freaking weird. All of that as a promo for your book is weird. When he's angry with her because she's flirting with another man, so he said, you need to cool off, and pushed her into the pool in front of 100 people. When I tell you, number one, you can disable, kill, permanently injure. I do not think pushing people into pools is funny, right? It feels dangerous to me. But then, when I tell you, I am never falling in love or forgiving this man. Ever. You pushed me into a pool in front of 100 people because you were annoyed with me. What? You are never coming back from that. Never. Literally never. I will never forgive you. I will be thinking about that 50 years from now. And she's used to having everything perfect at all times because of her family, but now her arranged husband is trying to break her habits. And she's stressed when his family comes over because she's not prepared, and she panics when she breaks the glass. And her husband is trying to tell her it's not a big deal, that they're just things, but she's not listening. Up until this point, I'm with you, okay? We're in this together. This seems good. So to prove his point, he tears up their bed, throws their lamp at the wall, and says, shall I keep going? How is that helpful? I am in a place of emotional trauma and turmoil, and I'm panicking about things being messed up, and I'm like trying to pick up broken glass. And you think that throwing stuff at the wall is gonna help me or calm me down? Or like, you have escalated to the point where now I'm scared of you. Like, even if I don't like I can feel my stress raising just like thinking about this. Like, there is no circumstances where that is helpful or okay. When they think they're picking up a 10-year-old girl as a favor, but the 6 got changed to a 0 from her ocean mother on her trip. Also, it's a picture of 4 boys, and I do think that they are also in high school, so I don't think it's like an underage thing. But at the same time, you're not riding a Y choose with a 16-year-old. That is gross. Calm down. And he buys coffee and a muffin from her cart with a $50 bill and tells her to keep the change. But she finds a way to sneak the money back to him, and when he finds out, he books her an all-expenses paid vacation and says it's non-refundable, so she has to go. If someone tips you, even if it's someone you know, if someone tips you, why are you sneaking that money back in? Do you know how the economy is? She just gave birth to their first child, and he asks the doctor when she can get pregnant again. No. If you've ever had birth, this is not romantic in the least. In the least. It's horrifying, actually. Him being rude to her, thinking she's a spoiled, stuck-up bitch with daddy's money. Her dad beating her up till she passes out every night. So hate that. Can't say as I'm a fan of a bully, particularly when the victim is being abused. Not interested. Her thinking she's falling for a guy with a personality disorder. 3 triplets tricking her into thinking that they are all the same guy. Again, you are never coming back from this. When I tell you, you are never coming back from this. Because I do not like feeling like I'm the butt of the joke that you were doing together. Like, I'm literally not getting over it. When her boss shows up at her house after she was in hospital and his ex was her doctor. Victoria was your doctor? Where's your pain medication? This is only Tylenol. That's all she would prescribe. His eyes closed as he tried to control his emotions. I'm taking you back to the hospital. We're not leaving until you get the meds you need. Sue her. Sue her. Like, that's wild. And why you think that that's a good thing to have in your book, I don't know. I mean, there are all sorts of people, and there are certainly terrible people in the medical profession. You don't have to look far to see that. But that's just, no. When they've been in an arranged marriage, but he's never seemed to be into her until she decides not to wear makeup one day. The moment he sees her, he freezes and says, "You have freckles," with his full attention on her. Again, there is nothing less attractive to me than you knowing me, and then I change one single thing about my physical appearance, and all of a sudden you're interested. I'm so annoyed with you right now. When you're having a panic attack because the new guy at work is your cheating ex-fiance, everything comes rushing back how he'd made you feel by the end of your relationship. Ugly in your own skin, unwanted. You grab your chest, trying to push down the pain in your ribcage, gasping for breath. Suddenly you feel someone spin you around, grabbing your shoulders as they shake you. It's your hot, grumpy boss, who you've been arguing with since day one. He pulls you against his chest, cradling your head as he gently whispers, "Can you tell me what happened?" You shake your head, you wouldn't understand, and you try to pull away. He grabs your wrist, stopping you, his thumb brushing a tear away. "Tell me." His tenderness is like a balm to your pain and insecurities. Before you can stop yourself, you say, "Do you think I'm pretty?" I will literally never ask a person this. I will never ask a person this, and if you think I am asking a man this, you are wrong. His mouth drops open wide. Embarrassment floods your body. Me too, babe, me too. I am embarrassed for you. I'm so sorry I bothered you. I have to go. His hand runs through his hair as he holds you in place. Can you stop fucking talk for 1 second? Ask me the fucking question again. You draw in a breath. If you saw me on the street, would you want to have sex with me? No. I can't even fathom these words coming out of my mouth. I could never, would never. This main character seems like my worst nightmare, if we're being honest with each other. Because I just need you to have a more self-respecting character than that. I do. Because I really don't want to read about someone who, like, I'd be like, get a grip. I want you to be doing things and having fun and doing all these things that, like, I wouldn't do, but it's really cool to see you doing it. But I don't want to watch you having, like, insecurities and issues that I'm just like, we're not 14 anymore. You need to get your act together. Even if that is not 100% all the time, but just because you saw this ex that was obviously the worst doesn't mean that you should ask your boss if he thinks you're pretty and if he would have sex with you. I've never needed a man's validation that much in my entire life to ask that. Never. And I'm not really a paragon of independence, but still, I would never read that. That's it for today. Those are the ones that have come across my feed, my For You page, and I've just been like, I hate it. I would never pick up this book. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.